In your journey towards passing the Maryland real estate exam, you are going to review content about the Real Estate Commission. This is going to be a summary of what we heard when we attended the public meeting on October 18th. Since you are interested in Maryland and getting your real estate license, then I challenge you to consider attending one of their meetings soon. They are public. We shall show you how you are able to access and attend that meeting on the third Wednesday of every month at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Visit the Maryland Real Estate Commission website. On the left-hand side, the menu, click on Board Business. If you are checking this out from your cell phone, click on Features to see the full menu. Scroll down, you will see the agenda and minutes, where you are going to be able to access the minutes for the previous month's public meetings. To attend the meeting, just scroll down. You will see the dates, when the meetings are going to happen, and at 10:30 a.m. on that day, just click on Google Meet or call to listen in. My name is Brenda Kasuva. Whatever you're going to be listening to or watching in this video are comments as to what I heard when I attended the meeting. Please do your homework and check the final minutes that are posted on their website after they are approved during the public meeting. The meetings will usually start off with the chairperson presenting certain topics. They happen to be the ones leading the legislative topic, which we're going to review. As you're getting ready to pass that Maryland real estate exam, let's quickly review the chairperson. This is an individual who is nominated or selected from the 9 volunteer real estate commissioners. There are 5 of whom that have a real estate license. The other 4, referenced to as consumer members, do not have a real estate license. So what was presented? There has been conversation about mandating a radon test to all residential properties. And if you go back to the previous videos, I have been sharing that conversation. However, the update here is that they did receive a setback. Setback just means that they will not possibly be able to present it for the upcoming legislative session because the feedback is that there are other entities that are going to be part of this conversation. For example, Maryland Department of Environment. So the Real Estate Commission needs to tag team with that department and to push this further. So stay tuned. We shall see the outcome of it. I will definitely let you know as we go along. The next topic presented is education, my favorite. It was presented by the vice chairperson who would step in the day when the chairperson is not available. This is again from the 9 volunteer real estate commissioners. Why is it my favorite? Because this is where I am able to share with you the numbers in relation to how many people took the exam, how many passed the first try. And for those who are not able to pass, I love the challenge of helping that person pass the Maryland real estate exam. For the month of September, we're going to compare it against the month of September 2022 as well. In 2023, we had 872 individuals go and take the exam. That that number is slightly down in comparison to September 2022, where 941 individuals went to take the exam in the month of September. This is the exciting part. 253 individuals were taking it for the first time. From that 253 individuals, 78 of them passed the first try on both the national and the state part of the exam. So that's a percentage of 30.8%. Yeah, that number sounds low, but that's typical across the country. We're going to now focus on the Maryland part of the exam. This is usually where you're going to get 30 questions on the salesperson exam. I'll be covering the broker numbers next. 51 individuals went to take that exam in the month of September. From that 51, 32 individuals passed the first try, giving us a percentage of 62.7% individuals that passed the first try. Wonderful. Hopefully I am contributing to that. Let's look at the broker exam. These are individuals who have been licensed at least 3 years. They have gone through the broker course of 135 hours. The breakdown here in relation to the month of September, comparing what happened in 2023 versus 2022, we have 54 individuals went to take the exam in September 2023. 97 individuals went and took it last year, September 2022. How many of these individuals in the month of September passed the first try on both the national and the state exam? 11 individuals were going to take it for the first time. 2 out of 11 passed the first try of the broker exam. Their exam is a little bit different in terms of the style of the questions. They will have scenario questions and they will have more questions on the Maryland part. This is at the percentage of 18.2%. Let's focus on the Maryland part. The broker exam offers 40 questions on the broker exam. 10 individuals were taking it for the first time. Only the Maryland part is what we're focusing on. 5 of them passed the first try. Congratulations to you if you're listening. That's a percentage of 50%. As you continue to work on passing the Maryland real estate exam, we hope that one of these 2 products can guide you on that journey to being successful. Either the Maryland study guide, the Pass Maryland Real Estate Exam Study Guide. This is an ebook and it offers in-depth practice questions for you to review the content. There's 6 topics provided on the Maryland Real Estate Exam. We include videos that do review the content for those of you who are visual learners or auditory, a study outline with tips and extensive topic review to definitely make sure that you pass that exam. Some of us are looking to pass the National Real Estate Exam. Look no further. P.R.E.S.S, Pass Real Estate Exam in Simple Steps, is a platform that will offer you weekly practice questions, 30 minutes live each week with a qualified instructor to answer your questions or review the content, self-paced material to review the content at your own time, practice questions on these topics, practice exam to simulate what you might experience when you go sit for the licensing exam. You have 3 days to check it out and see whether it's the one for you. All the best. Let's get back to what was discussed at the Realistic Commission meeting. Once the chairperson presented about the legislative topics, we then went to education. The next report is presented by the executive director. Please note, this person is a state employee and not one of the 9 volunteer commissioners. They started off with a continued topic of discussion, which has been held for several meetings. We finally have this active, and this was active as of October 17th, whereby any licensee that is renewing their real estate license in Maryland will be able to see how many continuing education credits have been submitted prior to the renewal of their license. This is wonderful. If there are any missing hours, you will not be able to renew your real estate license. Here's a reminder of what you need to know about your continuing education for those of us who have a real estate license and we practice on the residential side. There are 15 minimum hours required on our 2-year cycle. The breakdown of the mandatory topics are fair housing, 1.5 hours, code of ethics, 3 hours minimum, legal updates, 3 hours, brokerage relationship and disclosures, 3 hours as well. The remainder is elective hours, which is 4.5 hours. The agents who strictly practice on commercial properties do have fair housing as an option. It is not a mandatory topic for that individual, again, doing commercial transactions only. Therefore, they have 6 hours of elective topics. Those of us who have upgraded their responsibilities to supervise others because you're a broker, a team leader, or office manager, 3 hours of broker supervision. Highly recommended for those of us who have a real estate license to take that at least once as an elective topic. This is the fun part. We are currently at 48,858 of us that have a Maryland real estate license. Here's a breakdown. 41,319 are salespeople. 3,197 are associate brokers, such as myself. You become an associate broker because you have taken the broker course and you are still affiliated with a broker. 4,342 of us are brokers. Remember, school providers that offer continuing education now need to upload those credits to the Realistic Commission website within 3 business days after the class ends. What that means, for example, large associations such as Maryland Realtors, Greater Baltimore, Greater Capital, they might have a week-long type of an educational series. So if that series ends on a Friday, it was Monday through Friday, then 3 business days from the end of that series is when the school needs to upload that information to the Realistic Commission. Prior to that, it was 14 days, and then 2 months ago, a motion passed that it needed to be 3 business days, And then now this one is saying 3 business days after the end of that particular session. This part took a while. This is the part where there's now discussion about wholesaling. And this is another one of those continued conversations about introducing a law that's going to make sure anyone who's participating in this has a real estate license. Now, again, here's discussion as to what is wholesaling. Pretty much, if you're a real estate licensee, you cannot also be a wholesaler where, again, you are assigning that equitable right from that contract to someone else. The challenge that has been presented to the Real Estate Commission is sometimes the owner might not know that this is what is happening, and probably they could have gotten a higher price for their property had they known. So this is something that's going to continue. I will definitely keep you posted. I would appreciate you sharing your thoughts about these meetings. I'm working on changing the style of how I present it and working to make sure that it is less than 20 minutes. I hope to see you at the next meeting, which is again the third Wednesday of every month at 10:30. Go to their website. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel, pass the Maryland Real Estate Exam, and share it with others. Put your comments. I will definitely respond. Take care.